access to clean water has always been a massive issue for the village residents of West Java, especially recently. According to the Jakarta Post and the Bogor Regency's Environment Agency, this problem has been exacerbated by water pollution, most prominently in the Cilengsi River of Bogor and many others, which serve as main water sources for the Regency and Bekasi city. An official of the Bogor Regency administration has called attention to the importance of conserving the river, especially in guarded forest areas, to preserve the ecosystems and prevent the environment's contamination. In an area as overpopulated as Java, pollution is in abundance and killing every aspect of our way of life. Accompanied by vast economic inequalities, rampant poverty, and a shortage of resources, access to clean water has become a dire problem that needs to be solved immediately before it's too late.
The cause of these issues is due to the pollution experienced in rivers such as the Cilengsi River and Ciliwung River, for example, through sources such as industrial waste from factories and domestic waste such as trash and plastic waste from the people living by the river. Because of the pollution in the Cilengsi and Ciliwung rivers, the populations in the Bogor Regency, and even in Jakarta or Bekasi at times, has their supply of clean water compromised. Clean water used to drink and shower, for example, exacerbating health risks for the local population. Pollution in rivers in general also has its environmental risks, such as killing off the local fishes and compromising clean water used by farmers for agricultural purposes. The pollution in rivers also made it harder for water treatment plants such as PDAM to filter out water, compromising the ability of people to access clean water.
So, what actions that would take to mitigate this issue? First of all, we need to find out to what extent access to clean water has been affected by water pollution and how water is usually obtained for the residents of Bogor and Bekasi. After some research, we decided to trace back to the roots, the main source of water, an organization called PDAM, Perusahaan Daerah Air Minum. We interviewed one of the main directors of PDAM to learn more about how water is sourced and how it was used for human consumptions.
To get a more precise and fair perspective on this issue, we decided to launch a survey to find out more about the common daily experiences of the Bogor and Bekasi populace, determining whether their circumstances correlate with our data. Based on the results, it seems that a vast majority, about 75%, obtain their water from PDAM or water treatment plants, while the rest mostly get water from wells. Half of all respondents reported one of the main issues they face is with the cleanliness of the water, and a quarter has trouble getting access to the water itself. 50% of respondents also revealed slight dissatisfaction with the quality of their water. Some of the interviewees were less than pleased with how the government was handling the problem and proposed a few solutions. 1. Building and improving water infrastructure, such as watersheds and reservoirs. Secondly, establishing water conservation programs, like promoting infiltration wells, reforestation, and irrigation systems. Finally, educating the general public on how littering and pollution can affect the water they consume in their daily lives.
From our interview with the director of PDAM, we found out that PDAM has been managing the water distribution to Jakarta and Bogor Regency since before the independence of Indonesia, and was still managed by the Dutch colony. Now, since 1977, water management in Bogor has been run by PDAM, a regional, fully government-owned company, and is supplying for more than 190,000 households in Bogor, which come up to 70% of the population. The remaining 30% of the population still having rivers and well as their main water sources. Besides that, PDAM main water sources are spring water and river, but for rivers, it's more difficult to filter due to the pollutants. The water quality itself was monitored every 8 hours to measure the pH and chlorine level. We also found out that currently the pollution in Ciliwung and Cisadane is worsening due to the poor community habits, where education and awareness campaign are needed. But currently in Bogor, we does not face any water scarcity due to the high rainfall, but still, groundwater needs to be protected to ensure sustainability. However, high chemical use can cause a long-term health risk and environmental effects, So, in conclusion, water is a critical component of national resilience besides food and energy, and it's our responsibility to protect it for future use.
After learning more about this issue from our interview with PDIM and survey results from the affected population in the surrounding areas in Bogor and Bekasi, we are going to have a massive campaign in which we will share our findings and research results, as well as informing people on what we can do as a collective society to solve these issues and make the world a better place, not just for us, but for those who come after.